Joining us now are Michael and Matthew Levine, and we're going to be talking about kidneys. That's right, kidneys. Welcome to the show. How are the two of you?
I'm great.
Thank you very much for having us. It's an honor and a privilege to be here speaking with you today about kidney disease.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
having
much.
us,
Oh, you're
Donna.
welcome. So Matthew, I also have a Matthew, as I had mentioned. So at what age were you diagnosed with this very rare kidney disease? What is this disease?
I was diagnosed at 2 years old, and I've been dealing with this whole disease for the past 17 years of my life. So yeah, it's been a crazy journey. The kidney disease I have is FSGS, and it attacks the kidneys, and I have to get blood tests all the time, high cholesterol. I'm always in the hospital, going in and out of the hospital, doctor's appointments, and it's been a crazy journey, but I've had this one with me to help out.
Yeah, and your mom didn't want to come on today, because she's a little more shy,
Yeah.
but certainly your dad's not shy, because I
My
met your
dad
dad,
is not shy.
He was at a Joe Namath event, thanking Joe for all the work in, helping your foundation. And Michael, tell us about that. When you realized that your son was sick, you wanted to do something about it because it was kind of rare, and you weren't just going to let him go down for the count, so you started a foundation.
So, Donna, it's a great question. The first year and a half after Matthew was diagnosed, we thought my father had uttered the words that Matthew had been given a death sentence because we didn't know what FSGS was. All we could do was go on the internet and read terrible stories. So for the first year and a half, myself, Dana, we were depressed a little bit for about a year and a half, 2 years, and then we said, you know what, we got to kick this thing in the butt. So it was time to get involved, and we thankfully we found the NephCure Foundation, and about 14, 15 years ago we got involved with the NephCure Foundation. It's the only foundation in the world trying to find a cure for FSGS and nephrotic syndrome, two of the most devastating kidney diseases on the planet with no known cause and no known cure. So for the past 15 years, now it is we have 2 fundraisers a year.
Okay.
We have a Texas Hold'em poker tournament and golf outing, and we have a dinner in November at Pier 60 in Manhattan. And we decided that we wanted to help save Matthew's kidneys, save his life, and help all the other children and adults battling this disease. And that we decided that for us, failure wasn't going to be an option, and we didn't want any other family or child have to endure the same battle that we've endured now for the past 17 years.
Hope is really important, right? No matter what our health challenges are in life, you want to have hope, right? Because without hope, what's the point for any of us on the journey? How does it affect you now, Matthew, this kidney disease that you have?
I mean, I've gone through a lot, but I feel like I'm doing better now, but there's still a lot to be changed and a cure to be found. And I feel like I can be living proof of someone who can give hope to all the other young kids and families who are going through something that I went through. And yeah, I really hope I can do that for them.
So when they were teaching health class in school, and you have to draw the body parts, like this is your stomach, obviously you knew where your kidney was, right?
Exactly.
So,
Yes.
so what has the reaction been from some of your classmates over the years?
So for a while, I really just didn't tell anyone about it. I was like, I'm not gonna talk about this. This is something I don't want it to be my identity, but I felt like I needed to share that with them because it's a big part of my life, and I love to get the support from my friends and family. So throughout the years, they came to walks, events, and supported me through everything. So I'm really grateful to have amazing people in my life.
I love that your challenge does not define you. Now, I know something about you. I know that you love our industry, right?
Yes.
You just tell us about the summer that you just had. What did you get to do?
Yeah, so this summer I worked on a show called Serving the Hamptons, and on that show I worked as a logger who wrote down all the drama and everything, watched the cameras, and worked with the producers to create an amazing show, and it came out really great. I hope it comes out great when it comes out. So,
And how do you feel, Michael, about Matthew going to college in Florida and how great he's doing in life overall?
You know what, Donna? When Matthew was diagnosed with this disease 17 years ago, it was tough. We didn't know what tomorrow was going to bring. We didn't know that college was so far off, and we were so afraid of. I tell people that battling this disease is like walking in the dark. on glass every day, because you never know what this disease or the drugs that you take for this disease are going to do to the human body and the human organs next. So college was, we didn't even know if college was a reality. So obviously to see Matthew excelling now, doing very well at the University of Miami, Florida, heading this Thursday back for his sophomore year, doing very well there. You know, it brings tears to Dana in my eyes, because we've reached goals that we didn't know if these goals were possible when you go through a battle with FSGS since you're 2 years old. So we're very proud of him. We're very proud of everything we've been able to accomplish in this battle and with the NephCure Foundation, because it's sort of brought us full circle in this battle. So it brings tears, and we think about it all the time.
And parents need support. Now, have you seen how your parents have brought support, you know, for those that also have children that have your disease?
Yeah. Him especially has brought a lot of support to this cause.
Go, Michael. Go, Michael. Go, Michael.
No, yeah. He is the best at talking about it, and everyone he tells my story, and everyone's so receptive and helpful. You, especially.
Oh, no, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah,
And
so thank you.
You're welcome. Well, when I started the show, it was called Live It Up, and it was all about celebrating the essence of life. And I grew up singing in a patriotic singing group where we would sing for, you know, camps for children that were disabled and all different types of things. So I've always been a cheerleader for brands, people, and causes. And when I heard your dad speak about it with such passion and such conviction, I was like, oh, well, let me bring some awareness. Let me bring some light to this, because that's my given life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that for me is how I can help. People can share their time, their talent, or their treasure, right? And fundraisers are so important because they need those research dollars, correct? Mm-hmm. So how can someone watching this, you know, in the country help? How can people support you?
So I think you hit the nail on the head, Don. Obviously, you're very good at what you do, and that's why you have this show. So, and that's why you've been in the business so long. So what we have here is we have the ultimate problem in that we don't raise a lot of money, and we don't. We have an identity crisis when it comes to kidney disease, FSGS, nephrotic syndrome, and the NephCure Foundation. Okay. So if we could raise awareness and exposure through your show, and obviously most importantly raise critical research dollars. If anybody ever wants to get involved with the NephCure Foundation, the website is www.nephcure.org, NephCure.org. We have 2 fundraisers a year, but we have fundraisers all over the country. There's people who want to get involved, and if anybody ever wants to get involved with an up-and-coming foundation, this might be the one, because they're up and coming. Kidney disease is growing rampantly in the United States.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but you're absolutely right. I was doing my research, and that's one thing that surprised me. Mm-hmm. I was like, something's going on.
Terrible. There are now 37 million Americans battling chronic kidney disease, which is 1 in every 7. Some doctors believe that kidney disease is the next epidemic of our generation. So there's 36 million Americans battling diabetes. They believe that 1 in every 2 Americans will now battle chronic kidney disease in their lifetime. So it's growing in leaps and bounds. We don't know how to treat it. We don't know how to stop it. And the most incredible thing about the NephCure Foundation is we leverage that every dollar we raise, we leverage it incredibly towards research, and we're doing some of the cutting edge kidney disease research in the world. So they believe that if we unlock the doors to FSGS and nephrotic syndrome, we may unlock the doors to kidney disease such as diabetes. So we may help 70 million Americans if we get to the finish line. And the incredible news, Donna, that we could share on the show today is that we now have 30 drugs in clinical trials for kidney disease, and 3 years ago we had 3. So, and
great.
out of those 30 drugs in clinical trials now, there's 2 or 3 of them which are on the 1 or 2 yard line, which are very close. So if we could raise some more dollars, raise awareness and exposure through your show, and like we said, it's an honor and a privilege for you having us today. And we thank you so very much for helping us get the word out about FSGS, nephrotic syndrome, and kidney disease. And like I said, if people just go to www.nephcure.org, NephCure.org, we might be able to blow this thing up, explode it, and save lives.
I love that.
That's
Thank
the
you
dream.
so much.
That's, I said,
you.
Yeah.
I think I said to you, Donna, the dream and the hope and the goal is to explode it, save lives, and I've always said that failure is not an option.
No.
We will not stop until a cure is found for Matthew and all the other adults and children battling this disease. There are so many people around the world, around the globe, on the planet battling kidney disease, waiting for us to deliver a cure, and we will not let them down under any circumstances.
I love that. And a friend of mine had a kidney transplant, now 5 years strong. So his kidney he
awesome.
named
That's
Chicago.
awesome.
And so, so
That's great.
I know that their color that they celebrate is green. So, but thank you so much, really, truly. Stay tuned for more. We've been living it up right here with Michael and Matthew, from my family and my television family to your family at home. We wish you wellness. Be well.